You found the Voronoi filter in Affinity, decided around, and had no idea where to start or how to get it looking the way you want it. You spend more time figuring out than actually doing it. By the end of this video, you'll apply Voronoi filter effect in Affinity with a single prompt to Claude for free in fraction of a time it would take manually. Let's get straight into it. Now, before applying a Voronoi effect, first of all, make sure that you have connected your Affinity app with the Claude desktop app, since we are using Claude to give in a prompt and then apply the Voronoi filter effect automatically. So I have a video specifically dedicated on how to connect Affinity with Claude. Please make sure to go ahead and check that video out with the link in the description as well as on the top left corner of the video. Now let's get started with the video. So the next thing that I'll be doing is, as usual, I'll first of all open the Finder window first, and from within the Finder window, I'll simply click and drag our image to inside of Affinity app to open it. Now you can see that our Affinity app has opened the image. Now in this particular image, we're going to apply the Voronoi filter effect non-destructively. So in order to do that, I'll simply open the Claude desktop app first. And after opening the Claude desktop app, I'll simply type in a prompt to ensure that we have connected our Claude desktop app with the Affinity app. So here I'll enter the prompt stating, can you see the Affinity MCP server, and hit return key. Now this is the step that I always do before applying any filter or automation process to our Affinity app, because this is very crucial. And sometimes, although you are connecting your Claude app to your Affinity app, it might not process the prompt as you have intended. So this is the reason why it is always best to write in this prompt and check if the Claude desktop app has correctly connected with the Affinity app. Now, after we have received the positive response, next, let us provide a prompt here. So I have provided my prompt here, and basically this is a very simple prompt, and in this prompt I basically stated that in this current document, so I'm specifying the current document here, which is the image 2. Please apply a Voronoi filter to the background layer image in the layers panel. So I have specified the name of the filter effect that we want to apply to this image, as well as the particular image layer also inside of the layers panel, so that it would be easy for Claude desktop app to identify which particular image that we must apply the filter on. Now the next thing that I have also added is the conditions to follow here, where the first condition is the filter effect should be non-destructive. Yes, since adding non-destructive effect or adjustment layer to any images or elements inside of your project is a best practice to do, I'm adding or specifying that as well as a first condition here. And the next thing that I am stating is, please apply the Voronoi setting of cell size 12 and line width 5. So I'm also providing the actual settings of the Voronoi filter effect that we are going to apply for this image. Now, after we have typed in the prompt, let's just go ahead and hit the return key and wait for Claude to work its magic and give us the end result. So I'll simply click and drag our Claude desktop app to the right like so, so that we can get a live preview of how or when the Voronoi filter effect has been applied to this image. Now, if you look into the right inside of the Claude desktop app UI here, then you can see that it is executing a couple of scripts here in order to complete the filter application process. Now let us provide the Claude desktop app a couple of minutes to complete its execution process. Now you can see on the left inside of our image that the Voronoi filter effect has been successfully applied here, where the image has been drastically changed with the filter effect that we just applied. Now let us wait for the execution inside of the Claude desktop app to complete. Now you can see here inside of the Claude desktop app that it is also applying the cell size 12 as well as line width 5 that we have stated. And now Claude has provided us with the status that the Voronoi filter has been successfully applied here to our image. non-destructively. Now I'll simply go ahead and first of all hide the Claude desktop app. And after hiding the Claude desktop app, now you can see that inside of the image, the Voronoi filter effect has been successfully applied. Now let us go ahead and check the different settings as well as conditions that we have provided it in the prompt to ensure whether Claude has done exactly what we wanted it to do. Now to do that, we'll simply navigate to the right hand side inside of the layers panel and then click on this particular uncollapse icon. Now you can see that the first condition is applied successfully where Claude has applied the Voronoi filter non-destructively entirely for this particular image. And if you look inside of the live Voronoi settings panel right here, then you'll also notice that it has also applied the values of the cell size to 12 as well as the line width to 5 exactly as how we have instructed it in the prompt. So I'll simply go ahead and close this Voronoi or the live Voronoi settings box right here. And if you want, you can also go ahead and play around with those settings to fine tune your Voronoi filter effect. So this is how easily you can apply Voronoi filter effect as well as any filter effect to any specific images inside of Affinity with just a single prompt using the Claude MCP connector. So you can now apply a Voronoi filter effect in Affinity with one prompt. No manual digging through menus, completely free. If you want more Claude and Affinity workflows that do the heavy lifting for you, subscribing means you'll catch everyone. If you missed how I set up the Claude and Affinity connection in the first place, that video is on the screen now. It is where everything starts. Thank you for watching this video, and if you find this video helpful, please click on the like button and see you on the next video.